the tail of the tape for this opening bantamweight contest. Kantharaj, the captain Agasa of the Sher Punjab team, takes on durable Roshan from the Sultans. Both fighters weighed in approximately the same weight, slight experience advantage in the corner of Agasa.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. His style, mixed martial arts. He weighs in at 61 kilograms. Sher Punjab, make some noise for Kantharaj Agasa! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. His style, mixed martial arts, and BJJ. He weighs in at 61 kilograms, representing the Haryana Sultans. Give it up for Roshan! Ladies and gentlemen, as the action begins, the referee for the fight, right call. You guys know the rules? Okay? If you have any questions? Okay, great. Touch gloves if you want. Head back.
Here we go, bantamweight contest as we get ready for possibly, now, this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, are the playoffs. There is no tomorrow after this weekend because the semi spots will be set and we move on straight to the semifinals.
Yes, this is do or die time for both these teams tonight and tomorrow night. Last weekend of the regular season, everything is on the line. This is what you want to see as your season culminates.
Man, look at this crowd here going crazy in support for the Sher Punjab fighter Agasa, as well as, actually, you know what, I've noticed that in this arena there's always been even Stevens in terms of support.
Yeah, lots of support even for international fighters down here. The Afghan faithful always showing up. Agasa comes in aggressive, throws some strikes and looks for a takedown, but good takedown defense from Roshan Mainam.
You know what, you can automatically see he's made those changes. He's got good hands and he's being far more tactical.
He is. He's keeping his base. He's not overcommitting on those strikes. But Roshan Mainam using a lot of good footwork and a lot of good head movement thus far. Look at the way he gets out of that kick seemingly effortlessly.
Agasa taking time. Good inside leg kick by Roshan. Big smile on Agasa's face. You know he's having some fun inside there. Trying to cut off the cage, land that, looking for that big right hand.
If he can finish this takedown, what a way to start off this fight. Agasa's an animal on the ground, and Roshan's doing everything he can to try to get to his back, but so far good defensive stuff from Agasa.
Remember what we said, Nick, nobody has ever tried to take Agasa out, and Agasa got saved by that cage.
Yeah, he certainly did. Mainam's got all sorts of athleticism, all sorts of explosiveness, and we're seeing that right now, but Agasa clearly feels like his base is good enough. We've got somewhat of a stalemate in front of us.
Good strategy here by Roshan Mainam. He's just waiting for him to post up and get off his knee so that he can look to land the knee to the face. You don't see a lot of knees to the body here from this position.
You don't, and from the position that Agasa had, it would be really hard to get that. But yes, as long as one knee is on the ground, under any rule set in the world, knees to the head are illegal. Agasa knows that, and I think Ref Ryan's doing the right job by letting him work this out. Oh! Nice left hand by Mainam out of that exchange.
Was that I think that landed clean, and Agasa slowed down for a second there after that exchange. Roshan Mainam looking better and better as this fight goes on.
Mainam's feeling confident after what just happened.
Oh!
Big right hand, flying knee.
Oh, we said it at the same time, mate.
Look at this aggression from Agasa. We've got all sorts of outstanding action in front of us. Mainam lighting him up with some knees to the body, then a hook to the head.
Look at that, return fire by both these fighters. That caught the attention of Roshan Mainam, and Agasa is just smiling at him.
Agasa's in a fight for the first time in a long time. It's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to the damage that he's taken already.
Took a couple of knees to the body, a few strikes. Both these men landing significantly. Good head kick attempt. Can he get the takedown?
He ducked under after Mainam blocked that kick to try to attempt a takedown, but the cage is helping Mainam from this point. Mainam's got a really strong base, and Agasa does not have his hands linked together, so it's going to be hard to finish from here.
Oh, but look at this. He still gets him down. Good job by Roshan defending that takedown, though. He might look to switch to a single here.
Have you seen anybody have this sort of success grappling with Agasa?
Never. Nobody so far has been able to defend their takedown so effectively against Kantharaj Agasa.
Again, you're not used to being in these scrambles. He's so dominant every time he fights that psychologically right now he's going through a battle. And we'll see how he reacts to the pressure and to the situation that's in front of him. But again, another stalemate for Minem. I think both of these guys are so wary of the explosion of the other fighter that they're not willing to unleash too much at any one time.
Oh, look, hang on. Time out for a second. Referee Ryan has called maybe one of those knees went a bit low.
It did look like one went low.
If you can get a look at the replay of one of those knees that seemed to have hit low. But you know what? It's accidental. It was not on purpose. It happens.
Yeah, especially the way Agasa was bent over.
Walk me through this. Okay, that's the first knee that hit the hand.
Yep.
Up,
I didn't see it.
No, we didn't see that shot to... it might have been the lower abdomen.
Yeah, it's possible. And we didn't have the best angle. We were kind of back. Ref Ryan was to the side. His angle was a little more clear than ours was. But nonetheless, it doesn't look like too much damage was done. And I think we're going to get back to action pretty quick.
But you know what? Roshan being smart. He's taking the full allotted time, which
Absolutely.
is a smart thing to do. As before we get this action underway. And you know what? It gives Kantharaj the same thing. And look at Kantha. He's signaling that didn't hit low.
Yeah, he is. He's upset. But you know what? If he gets too emotional, that could be that could have a negative effect on his performance. You got to stay composed. You got to keep your resolve. And we might be seeing an outburst of frustration from him not being able to get this fight to the ground early on.
No, because it was an advantageous position. He landed a couple of strikes and a couple of knees to the body. And look at this. Agasa immediately.
Lots of aggression with the big overhand right and almost got taken down for that effort.
Look at this. Agasa forcing him to come to the ground. Whoa! That would have been illegal if that connected.
Yes, it would have. Unbelievable. We got all sorts of animosity between these two in the cage, right? Nice inside leg kick. That thing will do damage. That's with the power leg, too. You can get so much torque on that kick.
That inside leg kick would pay dividends. Oh!
Big right hand from Minem. Flipped him.
Wow. You know what? We're in for a scrap here. But Agasa is not backing down. He's still taking the center of that zone and tries to land a leg kick of his own. Good rush by Minem.
Look at that balance and athleticism from Agasa to avoid that takedown, but Minem is in the zone. This man is seeing everything coming at him in a slow motion manner. Great stuff so far.
Minem's in the matrix. Good job though, holding onto that leg, and great defense by Roshan Minem as Agasa is moving a little slower for the first time we've ever seen him.
He sure is. We got a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
But Agasa is as tough as they come. Roshan Minem, though, a dedicated, motivated man here tonight.
Yeah, there's still a lot of fight left in this contest, especially considering the respect that these two are giving each other. But they've also shown a lot of explosion at times, so this could be ended quickly. Look at that right hand. It looked like it clipped him behind the head as soon as Agasa was going in for a takedown. But again, he cannot get a hold of Minem, Arjun.
He's just, you know what? This is a different Kantharaj Agasa we've seen, because he's so used to being able to drive through people so easily. And for the first time, Roshan Minem is doing a great job. But Kantharaj, on the same hand, is not setting up that takedown.
He's not. That last one was almost a desperation takedown. I can't believe I'm saying that about Agasa. There's another flying knee attempt.
Nice flying knee attempt and body kick to end that round. And what a first round we've had here so far. Great job by Roshan Minem. It's going to be a nightmare to score.
It sure is. I think I would give a slight edge to Minem. I think he did a little more damage with some of those strikes, and his defense with the grappling was a little better.
You know what? That takedown, he would have run through the cage if that was not there.
That was a big right hand by Agasa, followed by a flying knee, but that was sloppy. You got to be more composed. Minem has too great a vision to catch him with such flamboyant attacks.
Now this was that start. Those were those knees. Okay, this was the start. That was the knee to the head. We're gonna move past that, but you know what? That was a silly move by Minem.
I can't believe he went for that. That is illegal as illegal gets, but there's a big right hand,
that
and
was
then a
that right
perfect counter to that right hand from Minem. That was beautiful stuff.
But look at that balance by Agasa. Man, oh man. This is gonna be an interesting fight.
So much athleticism and skill in this cage right now. I mean, the smaller fighters typically put on the most high-paced and exciting fights because they are so athletic and they can keep that pace up for such a long time, and we're seeing that in front of us right now.
You know what? If you still got 2 rounds in this great contest, anything can happen in this sport. And if I've learned one thing, you never count out a man like Kantharaj Agasa.
Absolutely not.
Here we go, round number 2 as we're about to get underway. Both these great fighters putting on a show for us here tonight, only at MTV Super Fight League. I like the fact that he's mixing it up. He's throwing a lot of inside leg kicks and Agasa is just looking for that big overhand right.
Yeah, he's not trying to set up any shots or takedowns with his shots, but that was a beautiful slip of a cross. But again, Minam immediately drops his hands to defend the takedown, and Agasa cannot get a hold of him.
Agasa is getting a bit frustrated here because of his inability to take him down. Landed a few knees in that clinch.
You know, another thing too about this, Minam doesn't even have to fully sprawl. He's getting his hands down underneath the armpits of Agasa, and with his hip base and his strength with his upper body, he's able to defend these takedowns without even fully sprawling.
You know what? This is the place that Agasa wants to be. He wants to make it dirty because he's landing some good knees in the clinch. Nice elbow there as well.
Yeah, he did some damage with those strikes. You're right about that, Arjun, and he might want to keep it here and see if he can start to wear down Minam, because we know Agasa's got a gas tank. We don't know if Minam's ever been in a war with a guy like Agasa for very long.
No, this is a heavy, strong pace, and Agasa, even though might be unsuccessful with those takedowns, these knees will pay dividends as this fight goes on.
They certainly will, especially considering how mobile Minam has been from the outside. His ability to avoid these takedowns and to land strikes have come from his footwork. And
oh, beautiful trip.
that was an excellent trip, and now we've got Agasa on his back. Wow.
Very sneaky work by Roshan Menam. He gets that trip at the right time, just as we were talking. But look at the base of Agasa.
Yeah, he's looking to wrap up a single leg and potentially get the fight back, but this will at least allow him to stand up if he doesn't finish the takedown like we see right here.
Oh, Menam seems to have lost his mouth guard. The referee warning him.
Sometimes fighters will drop their mouth guard just to get a break. I doubt that's what Minam was doing, but I think that's what Ref Ryan is warning of right now.
You know what? I've noticed Menam's hands are a lot lower. He's
Yeah.
also hanging his hands lower, but maybe that's just strategy baiting Agasa to come in.
Yeah, he ate some body shots with those knees and punches up against the cage, and he's also kept a heck of a pace up thus far, so he might be gassing, and Agasa looks pretty fresh.
Agasa, though, staying light on his feet. But you know what? If I was in Agasa's corner, even though he did land some significant strikes against that cage, that trip nullifies it all.
Yeah, it sure did, and he had Agasa on his back for a second. I can't believe what we just saw, but it happened. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that replay just to believe it. Again, Minam looking much more slow from the outside right now. He's got his hands down. He doesn't have the same hop in his step. He's gassing himself, and that's not what you want to have happen when you're facing a beast like Agasa.
Oh, spinning back kick, which might have landed a little high there. But Agasa certainly the fresher of the two as Roshan Menam starts slowing down. Nice body kick there by Agasa.
Agasa should throw some sharper punches, some quick punches, and try to duck under for a takedown. Every time he punches, he's putting everything he has on those strikes, and he's telegraphing them, just like that.
Agasa now chasing Menam, and Menam, you can see visibly from the mouthpiece position in his mouth, he is breathing hard.
And he just looked up at the clock. That's not what you want to see from your fighter.
Nice outside leg kick there. And you know what? This is a smart moment for Agasa. If I was in Agasa's corner, we were just saying, take it easy. You might have him on the back foot now.
He is being patient. I think he's also trying to conserve his energy, but the momentum of this fight seems to be shifting Agasa's way.
So far it was Menam. What a start by Roshan Menam. It looked like he was about to shock the world in that first round.
And this is still anybody's fight. With Minam's explosiveness, all it takes is one wrong move from Agasa, and he can clip him.
Big head kick.
Partially
Body
ate,
kick.
but still caught that. It was a head kick, and he caught it and almost got him to the ground.
That's crazy. You know what? I got to give it to Roshan Menam. His takedown defense and his top game has improved.
Yeah, this is an incredible performance we're seeing considering his opponent. Look at
Oh
that
my God.
athleticism and balance. Are you kidding me?
Now, that's just insane. You know what? I have no words because big right hand over the top. Got him square now, and this is Agasa's world. He wants to push him up, tire out those arms, tire out those legs. He's got a full minute in this round.
Yeah, I mean, he's a high-level judoka, and they want the upper body clinch. Last time this happened, Minam got a takedown on Agasa from this position. So, again, outstanding stuff from Minam, but Agasa still all over him, and he's wearing him out right now by making him carry his weight, even though he's up against the cage.
But you know what, Nick? How much does that takedown, how many points does that takedown carry, though?
Yeah.
Because all this work could be nullified by that. That trip nullified it, certainly, at the start of this round.
It sure did. A really tough round to score so far, as was the first. So the judges have their work cut out for him. We're getting a separation by Ref Ryan.
Good call by Ryan. There was very little activity there. Both fighters taking a minute. But you know what? Agasa was smart. He put all the pressure, leaned on Menam, made him carry his weight for a bit. Look
Look at that, went for a takedown off that overhand right. Agasa actually timed a counter overhand right,
Oh, beautiful escape there.
but Minam was shooting in for a takedown, and that was an outstanding escape that we just witnessed.
But you know what? All these escapes and all these maneuvers take a lot of energy.
Yeah, they do. But even though Manam's clearly tired, he still has a lot of explosiveness when he needs it, and we're seeing that in some of his techniques.
No, he's very smart. He's fighting smart. He's hanging back and then explodes, just like an Olympic sprinter.
Yeah, no doubt. And plus it fools your opponent into thinking you're probably a little more gassed than you actually are.
Let's take a look at the highlights here of round number 2. Man, oh man, I have never seen Agasa miss so many takedowns, but this is some good work in the clinch, Nick.
Yeah, he hit him clean to the jaw a couple times. It caused the mouthpiece to get knocked out. And look at this outside leg trip to get Agasa to his back. I mean, this is incredible that he's got Agasa to the ground. And then a good counter right off of attempted leg catch. And then Agasa also showed some more forward pressure as this round went on. Incredibly difficult to score considering how back and forth everything was.
Look at that. I mean, you know what? After looking at the highlights of this round, I think it is it will go to Manam. This fight might just come down to the wire, and it's on Agasa. The pressure's on him to push forward.
It absolutely is, and plus, his team needs a victory from their captain tonight. They've got everything riding on this fight because if they lose, they're out of the playoffs, and Agasa is their leader, so a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now to come out here and get this job done.
Agasa is a durable, tough fighter, but you know, it's going to come down to who has more in that gas tank. Third and final round between both these warriors, and what a fight they put on here in this opening bout in the bantamweight division.
Outstanding fight action to start the night off. Let's see who commits first to strikes or a takedown. Neither one of these fighters doing a lot in the way of setting up takedowns, and again, I think it would behoove Agasa to throw some snappy, quick punches and then try to duck under instead of loading up with so much power on those strikes before he shoots in for a takedown.
I'm seeing a tendency by Agasa. You can see Roshan turning to his left, and he's been timing that right kick. He's been going high into the body with it. If he can, oh, very nicely done by Roshan.
That did damage, and he's also switching stances right now too, which gives you all sorts of opportunities offensively and really confuses your fighter's approach coming in.
Nobody ready to commit at this point. Roshan Manam is actually playing it smart, because if he can stay on his feet, avoid as little damage as he can, he might steal this one in a split.
Yeah, it's so close right now. Both these fighters realize what's on the line. They're not getting too overzealous, but again, you also need a definitive win in this round if you want to give yourself the best opportunity to win this fight, so lots of strategy coming into play.
Lots of swings and misses between both these men. Good strategy by Roshan. And you know what? Ref Ryan is getting a workout here.
Yeah, he certainly is.
He's moving as well. Good jab there by Agasa. For the first time I'm seeing in this fight. Just misses with that uppercut.
One thing that Agasa's doing is he's following him around at the cage. You need to cut the cage off if you're trying to trap your opponent, and you waste energy by following him, and it opens up no angles for you to be able to effectively strike offensively. Agasa needs to start cutting the cage off.
That's a great point, Nick. But Roshan, though, showing some great footwork. It's easier said than done.
It sure is, especially when your opponent's switching stances too. You don't know which lead foot you want to get outside of, but we got some smiling fighters late, deep into the third round, in deep, deep water, so both of these guys still loving this experience they're having with one another.
Man, Agasa missing and swinging and missing with those spinning back kicks to the body and the head.
Again, man, he's missing every time, and he's wasting a ton of energy, peppering shots, not blasting shots, whether it's with kicks or with strikes. That's the only way you're going to set up a potential takedown, because Minam's got too slick movement on the outside right now. He's not doing any damage with those strikes.
Neither man are hurting one another. Manam as well, swinging and missing a few times. Nobody landing any significant blows so far, and definitely not yet any takedown attempts.
Nope. But I tell you what, man, if one of those things from Agasa even touches Minam, he's going to sleep. He's putting some heat on those strikes.
Agasa is just waiting for that big chance, that big shot.
Now he's starting to trap him a little more and cut off the cage.
Oh, big right hand. And looking for that takedown. This will be his 7th takedown attempt here.
That's insane. Look at that knee from Minam. Beautiful step up against the cage.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we might be looking at an upset here.
Minam has such good use of his hips. He creates base by not even getting too low. He puts them back when he needs to. He lowers them when he needs to. It allows him to defend, and it also allows him to unleash knees when they're in those clinch type situations. I'm really impressed by the subtle footwork and body work that we're seeing from Roshan Minam in this fight.
Man, he's made some changes, all right. You can see that because Kantharaj Agasa is clearly frustrated. All his attacks are getting stifled. Oh, look at that big left hook.
Yeah, that one landed. You can see him wiping his eye. You know the shot.
Oh, look at that again. Man, Agasa now going for broke here.
He's getting mad. He is so aggressive right now.
You know what? He might have gotten poked there because he keeps rubbing his eye in a certain way.
A lot of times if your knuckle catches that spot, you think you got poked and you didn't. It looked like a clean strike to me, but look at this grappling exchange that we have, man. These guys are such athletes. And again, we got 1 minute left in this fight, and they're still all over the place. This pace is insane.
It's incredible. But you know what? Roshan is just on the back foot. He's cycling as fast as he can to get out of Agasa's way.
It does look like he's in more defensive mode right now, doesn't it, Arjun?
Far more defensive than he was in the first 2 rounds. And you know what? It's just strategy, rightfully so. Maybe if he thinks he's won, he's doing whatever he can to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, you're right. And it's better than getting clipped by one of those bombs that Agasa keeps throwing as well. I mean, this is one of the closest fights that you're ever going to see in this sport.
Oh, beautiful knees. 1-2 by Agasa. Return fire by Roshan.
Yeah, those things are doing damage. And those knees adding up over this fight is part of the reason that Minam's not coming forward with a lot of offensive aggression right now.
Less than 20 seconds remaining in this round. As we get underway, Agasa, big right hand there. Flurry. 1-2 combination and Roshan Mena moving backwards here. He's hurt. He's clearly hurt here. Can Agasa pull it off? Looking for that takedown again, and oh man, how good is Mena?
What a beard Minam has on him. What a fight we just witnessed, Arjun.
Unbelievable, what a fight. But you know what? Has Agasa done enough with that last exchange?
You know what? In my eyes, that's the sort of exchange and sort of flurry that wins you the fight when it's so close. He did a lot of damage, put the pressure on him, hit him with multiple shots, and if I'm a judge sitting here right now, that's the winning factor for me.
And you know what? You can look at the body language between the two fighters. You can tell it's Roshan Menon is gassed, and this was, I think, the beginning of the end of that last third and final round where Agasa just poured it on.
Yeah, that right hand caught him right there, and eventually he gets him up against the cage and starts landing some shots. There's some good, good takedown defense, but Agasa with all sorts of aggression, all sorts of pressure throughout this third round that might make the difference in the judge's eyes.
You know what? I don't know which way this is gonna go. The first one is a toss-up, the second one was certainly Menon's, and the third one Agasa takes.
Yeah, it's incredibly close. Here's that flurry of punches that he throws. He connects with 4 or 5 straight strikes right there. I can't believe Minam was able to eat those shots without dropping.
Did you see that replay? He lost his mouth guard in that flurry. But you know what? We're ready for the results. Let's quickly go inside the cage with Jared Kyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have made their decision. Judge Mayank scored the bout 27-30. Judge Kevin scored the bout 27-30. Judge Sharif scored the bout 26-30, declaring the winner by unanimous decision from Sher Punjab, Kantharaj Agasa!
Well, this was not a fight. This was war. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jeet ka khata kholte hue hai the captain of the Sher Punjab. We have right here Kantharaj Agasa. Firstly, मुस्कुराते मुस्कुराते आपने ये पूरे 3 राउंड्स निकाल दिए. स्माइल कर करके आपने उनको बिल्कुल अपना गेम प्लान उनका चेंज कर दिया. How are you feeling right now? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Before fight only I was decided. Today I want to show my striking skills because he's also from background from wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So I know how it's difficult for even wrestling for taking takedown and all. I knew it difficult for grappling. So today was a chance I got. Almost I can show my striking skills because every time people used to say he only knows only grappling. He finishes almost all his bouts only submission.
हमें ये बताइए कि जो स्माइल था आपके फेस पे उसके पीछे का राज क्या था? आपको उनको मतलब बिल्कुल अपने गेम प्लान से हटाना था? Is that the reason you were smiling or were you just in a good mood today? What was going on?
No, just this is my passion. Whenever I want to play, I just want to enjoy this game. That's it. Whenever my heart feels happy, I love and
That is so sweet. Congratulations and all the very best. Congratulations, coach. I hope you're having a great day so far. Well, for now, we're done with this. You can go get some rest and it's back to live action to commentary, actually.